a sports experience like no other. You are now tuned in.
More money.
What's up?
Introduce yourself, brother.
Hey man, I ain't heard none of that. Last thing I saw.
Y'all try to play a trick on somebody?
Hey, look. Hey, when you go,
Man, knock it off, man. Knock it off. You ain't gonna try to answer the phone. Come on, when you ain't answer the phone, I knew something was up. Knock it off.
It's your host Mo Money. Shit, let's go.
Hey, you
What up,
got a
Mo
special
Money?
guest host in the building tonight. Hey, Milton, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, bro?
What's up, No Cap crew? My name is Milton Thornhill, owner of HipWorks out here in Ashburn, Virginia, and I'm pleased to be a part of the show this evening. Thanks for having me on, fellas.
Yes.
Welcome.
That's nice.
I don't see your face though, old dog. It's all black, brother.
He trying to show
You
off
don't
the
see
palm
my
tree
face?
back there.
I ain't trying to show off shit. This is what I do, Coach.
I see that big tree back there.
It's me, man.
Yeah. But how
It's
you
me.
fellas doing though?
Standing.
Yeah. Yeah. Had a good week.
Yes.
In honor, you say you can't see you can't see this right here?
Get in.
Hey, Money Mo, he can't see that right there? Huh? You can't see that? Huh?
Now we can see it.
Yeah, I know you can. That's the champion, boy. That's the champion.
Not already.
Okay, here we go. All right, there go my cuz. What's up, cuz?
Yeah, all right, there you go.
No,
in honor of the NBA
playoffs. How you
What's
doing,
good?
cuz? How you feeling, bro?
I'm chilling, bro. I ain't making no noise. How y'all doing, man? How was y'all week?
Good. It's pretty good.
Good, man. Ready to get in this show, man. Talk about these topics, man. Man, you know, sometimes you look forward to Wednesday nights. You know what I'm saying?
No question. Let's get it
Most
going.
Let's do it. Let's start off. I know Mo Money been eager to talk about this, so let's let's get into the topic.
More money, you just said it.
well,
More money, you just said it.
yeah, I want you to kick it off, Mo Money. I want you to give us your thoughts on George Pickens being traded to the Cowboys. Are you excited about the move, or are you like, okay,
Nah,
what's up?
I'm absolutely excited, man. I think we only seeing a fourth of that young man's potential. If you look at the list of quarterbacks he played with over the last few years, we talking Mitch Trubisky, we talking Mason Rudolph, we talking Justin Fields. He was pretty good. Old Russell Wilson. So this will be the first time he's played with a bona fide Pro Bowl quarterback in his career, right? I think he has a lot of potential. Also, he goes from a situation where he was the number one wide receiver to where he's clearly the number two option in Dallas. So he don't really have to worry about any more double teams, no more slanted coverage. So if he's really as good as he say he is, he got to go beat the man in front of him. You don't have to worry about too much more safety help, maybe some underneath help. So I'm extremely excited. If not, we was rolling in the season with Jalen Tolbert. No offense to that young man, but he ain't George Pickens. So I'm excited.
Okay, Mill, what you think about the move?
Man, I'm a recently divorced Cowboy fan. I can't keep taking that abusive relationship.
Congratulations.
My hats off. The old dog was hanging in there with Cincinnati, but Cincinnati did done way more than we have. And so
I say, God damn, don't throw me under the bus.
No. I'm just saying, my hats off to you, brother, because your team has been at least performing. I'm not a fan of this, man, because the thing that worries me is just all the newness to this, because you got brand new coaching staff coming in. And I was concerned when they said that the coach just gave them assigned seats in the locker room. So you already have potential of your locker room blowing up for just people not performing who are already members of the team. You bring in this cat, man, that is a great roll of the dice. I mean, like Money Mo says, he's a great talent, but I see him being like an Antonio Brown if he goes the left way. So hopefully he does what he's capable of doing. But then Money, I'm also like this. If he couldn't handle being number one, how is he going to handle potentially being number three? Because we keep forgetting that Dak like that tight end that he got too, man.
Right.
And so I don't know, bro. And you ain't getting no throws taken from CD. So hopefully it works out well for him, because it potentially could be something good. But I'm afraid that it's gonna go way left before we see any upside to it. So I'm praying. But he's definitely a talent. It's not a talent thing. It's just maturity, and hopefully, they got enough strong leadership in that locker room, which is also questionable, that can get him under wraps. So we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, dog, you like the move or not?
Yeah, I think it'll be. I think it can. Excuse me. I think it can be good. It just matter, like when Money Mo said, Slim got to grow up, man, and he not gonna be facing number ones now. So he going, he ain't got to worry about the pressure being on him. And he can just go play. So if he was cutting up in Pittsburgh, though, Dallas is a mean city. So if he was cutting up in Pittsburgh, shit, I can only imagine what he's gonna be doing in Dallas, man. So hats off to him. Hopefully, CD Lamb and Dak and them boys can take him under his wing and teach him how to be a pro. And I'm rooting for the young man. I liked him when he was at Georgia. So I think sometimes he just get caught up in the act in the other stuff instead of just playing ball. So
yeah,
I think it's good. I think it's good for Dallas. I think it's good for football, and I think it's great for the division. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be NFC East is back, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think it's good.
Yeah. I like the move as well. I think that that put them back in that conversation with Philadelphia and now Washington. That gives them an added weapon to be able to hang with those boys. And like Milton said, we never questioned Pickens' talent. We all know what type of talent he is. And then sometimes, man, you just need to change your area code. You know what I'm saying? Get around some people with like minds and people that can grab you, by the collar and say, look, bro, you know what I'm saying? This is how it should be done. We ain't gonna stand for that bullshit. Here we got an opportunity to do something special. I know where you was. You guys
Right.
were mediocre. You know
Right.
what I mean? You really didn't have any real goals to make a real push towards, even remotely making it to the Super Bowl. But
Right.
now you with a talented team. Dallas always been talented. We just need to put everything together, and you an important piece of it. We got a
Right.
hell of a quarterback that can get you the ball, something that you haven't played with yet. So even if you are the second or third receiver, you probably still gonna ball out more than what you did in Pittsburgh because you're gonna get a lot of balls thrown your way, and all you got to do is make the play, make big plays, brother. So I'm excited for him. I'm excited to see what Dallas gonna do. Not really, because I don't fuck with Dallas, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see Pickens and with that star in his helmet and to see if just by him changing location makes a huge difference in terms of his play and his behavior. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I think it's gonna be dope. I think it's gonna be dope.
Yeah, and I was surprised. Like when Mo Money first kind of shared the news with us, I was like, nah, man, I know they not getting rid of Pickens because I'm like, when you need him on that Pittsburgh roster to kind of attract, like if you want to get Aaron Rodgers there and
Right.
you give away Pickens, like,
Right.
counterproductive if you ask me, because I know Aaron gonna want all the weapons. You know what I'm saying? But
He got
You need
he
him.
got Metcalf. He all right.
Yeah.
yeah, they got Metcalf, but they in the same predicament where they only got one standout receiver. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
Well,
DK Metcalf a little bit different than George Pickens. So if I got
I will say that.
actually he's a lot different.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually he's a lot different because I ain't going out the night before I got to check in. So you know how we go on the show. You know how I always be like, am I gonna hang out?
Mhm.
Matter of fact, I'm sleeping at the facility. Shit. He ain't gonna embarrass me. Sure, you got to be on the lookout around the pile. He trying to slam you, man. Buckle up
Yeah.
both chin straps that game. You hear me?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but did Aaron Rodgers say he was going to? Did Aaron Rodgers say he was going to Pittsburgh or not yet?
Not
Well,
publicly.
not yet. Last update I heard that he was considering it. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So they just waiting for him to make a decision. So you know how Aaron Rodgers do. He wait
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
last minute. He hold
sure.
teams hostage. So he,
As
you
he
know,
should.
yeah. So
If you could do it, more power to you.
yeah. But it's not, to me. It's just not a good look, man. He
LeBron
started.
did it. LeBron did it though. LeBron did it.
LeBron did what?
Was it a good look when LeBron did it?
What'd he do? He ain't hold no team hostage.
Okay, my bad. I thought he told the other teams don't draft my son. They didn't do that. You just said that's not a good look. So is it not a good look? Is it not a good look when Aaron do it, but it's a good look when Bronny do it? I mean,
Aaron Rodgers will be the star of the team. He will be the starting quarterback, the leader, somebody that everybody's going to rally behind. Bronny James was a second round pick at the end of the second round who wasn't expected to see no minutes on the court. So what does that don't even make sense. That I don't
I'm
even
just
see
saying
how
we
he
talking about
was
holding
ready to
people
play
hostage.
category.
We talking about holding people hostage. Bronny ain't got nothing to do with holding somebody hostage.
He ain't
We talking about holding
somebody hostage.
So you said Aaron Rodgers was holding the Pittsburgh Steelers hostage, right?
Because they waiting for him to
Right.
make a decision.
So I said
They
LeBron
wasn't
James
waiting
did.
for Bronny to make a decision.
LeBron James
They're
did
not
the
waiting
same
for Bronny.
thing.
They making a decision. Not
LeBron
Bronny.
made the decision for them. He said, "Do not draft my son." Period.
So they not hostage. They already know. They got their answer. So it
I
ain't
get
a
you.
hostage. It
I
ain't a
got
hostage situation.
People take things differently.
That's that HBCU shit.
Who went to one of them? I went to
Hey,
Springbrook
man,
High School.
maybe we looking at it wrong, a different lens, but that's
I,
some bullshit.
I hear you. I hear
Hey,
you.
look, I'm not letting you get me out of my mind today, because you've been doing this since we was one, since toddlers, nigga. We're not doing this, man.
Not since you've been one.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, let's stick with football though, because another big story that everybody been talking about this week. Well, he's been a big story since the draft started. That's Shedeur Sanders, but not just Shedeur. I'm talking about that quarterback competition in Cleveland. I want to know from you guys, who do you think at the end of the day will be the starting quarterback for Cleveland?
Joe Flacco.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be Joe Flacco. Let Joe Flacco boogie, and then whichever one of them young boys. I think the young boy at Oregon probably gonna be the backup, the number 3, and then I think they're gonna push Shedeur at number 2.
yeah,
Just money, just for principle of business wise. You know how
yeah,
much money? Come on, man. Slim filling out the stands, man. He giving Cleveland hope.
yeah, yeah,
Shit, they better put him at number 2.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's Joe Flacco, a good quarterback to learn from. I mean, no disrespect to Shedeur, he's more of a pocket passer, and that's what Flacco is, right? You know,
right.
so I think it's gonna be good for him. I think it'll be dope. I think it'll be dope. You already know how to throw in the cold weather. You know what I'm saying? He played up there in Denver, so he should be good. We'll see.
Yeah. Milton, you think Flacco starts off the season as a starting quarterback?
Most definitely. I think one of the questions that I was going to ask you guys is because hit on it is a money move. It'll be a money move for the league just to have him, at least at 2. But the whole thing with the jerseys, and if I'm going off script here, just let me know. But he did have the high selling jersey. Is that still true? So what's the deal with the number? Like, does the number really matter with the jersey sales, or is just his name attached to it? Because for me, I'm thinking that the league may try to pull something where he don't play, and again, it won't make money sense, but I think they may be on that thing, still trying to prove a point, because what they did to that young man was embarrass the hell out of him, and he handled it well. But again, I don't know how much the league really has a hand in what's happening in Cleveland, or it could be just a big conspiracy theory. I don't know, but with him having a big jersey, the leading jersey sales, and then them not giving him, because the dude that has the jersey is another free agent, if I'm not mistaken, is a free agent receiver, correct?
I don't know. I haven't been. I ain't
2.
follow. I just heard I heard he was having a tough time trying to get his number, but I don't know who the guy is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If he's smart, if he a free agent, shit, he should get that number up and get some bread.
My point.
Absolutely.
My point.
What? You
So,
mean,
but
man?
for whatever reason, they said that the numbers aren't locked in. He's gonna start with 12, and it's still up for grabs. The numbers are still up for grabs. So I know 2 is a part of his brand. So I don't see why that's an issue at this, especially with it being a free agent. I think it's a receiver, somebody that they just signed. But I think definitely it's Flacco. Flacco, as O said, Flacco's a good quarterback. I didn't understand why they didn't keep him in the first place when he was there year before last. So
Yeah.
it's a good look for him. I think it's a good thing. And I think they'll do some good things over there in Cleveland.
Yeah. And I think as far as the jersey thing, if it's not one of the other quarterbacks who got 2, if it's anybody else, a non-starter, like you said, it was a free agent. If I'm the organization, the head coach, whatever, that 2 coming up off your back, Slim.
Right.
Right here, our quarterback is going to wear number 2. You know what I'm saying? I can see if it was Deshaun or maybe Flacco got number 2, and then I can see he got an issue with it. But like he the highest jersey, he got the highest jersey sales right now. But let's say hypothetically, he's not going to wear 2 when the season actually starts. Then guess what? Whatever number he changed to, that's going to be the highest jersey sale.
100% facts. Yeah.
So it don't matter. It's not going to stop the Shedeur show. I'm telling you now. They're trying to stop it, but Slim, man, he too popular, man. They love him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it'll be Joe Flacco as well. But as
Yeah,
far as keeping him off the field, at the end of the day, him sliding in the draft was business, right? Once he slide past a certain point, and you know he's going to continue to slide, you looking at the draft board, you'll be a fool to take him. Like at a certain point, you like if nobody else going to take him, then I'm gonna just keep letting him slide, and I'm gonna keep the slots going down. But when he get into camp, when he get into preseason, coaches got bills to pay. Other players on the team got bills to pay. And if he outperforming all the rest of the players, they're gonna have a problem on their hand if they don't play. Players are gonna be pissed. Coaches are gonna demand that he starts, and eventually he'll see the field. So the BS stops now. Like if he go out there and handle his business, he'll be all right. But like O said, I don't see any way he'll beat out Joe Flacco just because he's a veteran. You know, it's a big difference between college and the NFL. The reads are different. He got to learn everybody's tendencies, and Joe Flacco is light years ahead of him right now. The question I have for everybody is, what do you do with Deshaun Watson after the season? And eventually, Cleveland gonna have to eat that money, and they're gonna have to eat the negative publicity that go along with that, and just get him up out of there.
I think they're gonna eat the money before the season is over. I think he's gonna be the quarterback that's gonna be out because they're not gonna keep more quarterbacks. I think he out of there. When week 1 start, Deshaun Watson will not be on the Cleveland Browns roster, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, anytime they boo any player from an injury that he had while he's laying on the field,
Yeah,
he is most definitely out of there. I don't even know why his name is still on the roster right now.
I think they're gonna put him in charge of the gun line. I think they're gonna put him in charge of the gun line, boss. He gonna say, "Hey, you lazy." He gonna put him in charge. He's gonna put him in charge of the gun line, man. Man, got that bag, bro. You gotta salute him, man. You gotta brag, man. He gonna do something, man. If I'm the owner, he doing something. He doing something. His he gonna help tutor Shador. He gonna teach him, because one thing Deshaun Watson, besides all that wild shit, you know, he was, you heard about him being a good pro, besides all that, you know what I'm saying, as far as he ain't really getting into too much trouble shit or whatever, but it's just as far as on the field, being a good teammate and stuff like that. Yeah, man. He gonna have to, so I'm keeping him, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna get a little bit, he gonna earn a little bit of that money that I'm paid. So
yeah.
So
I think the only thing with that, old dog, I just don't think they trust him to do it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I think they at their last wit with him, and I think they just ready to move on. But they at least gonna look, they at least gonna look at him. You know?
Yeah, because he want to try to show people. He want to try to show folks he can come back, and not even and even if it's not it. Remember, like I tell the youngins all the time, when you playing in preseason games and you bugging, no matter what professional level you on or in college, you play it as well, not in college, but nowadays, it is, because we just use some of the tape from Caleb from practice. You know what I'm saying? So it is nowadays when you playing, you know what I'm saying, them preseason games or you practicing, man, that's your leverage. So you got to go at it. So when he does get an opportunity, Cleveland might be done with him, but it might be another team to say, hey, I can bring him in as a backup, or, you know, dirt cheap, proven veteran. You know, you gotta eventually, you know, you gotta have a good backup in this league, man. You gotta have a good backup, somebody that can, you know, hold the fort down when, just in case any injuries. And you know, he might not be Cleveland might be done with him, but if he does well in the preseason, I think he might be all right. And then, like I said, if not, he gun line.
Yeah. Definitely want to see him do well.
Gun line.
Hope he does well somewhere. What'd you say?
Gun line,
boss.
High. 35 miles. Dude,
if you Pittsburgh, you take a chance on him?
Nah.
No, man. I think Pittsburgh just got all their cards in the pot for A-Rod, man. I think they I think they just say, okay, we're gonna go all in, you know, or whatever. I think he'll probably do another 2-year deal, and I think that'll be it, man.
Okay.
I think that's the reason why he thinking about it, you know what I'm saying, coming back so hard, because it's such a great organization. And to get a chance to play for Mike Tomlin with that young boy DK Metcalf, I think that's the reason why he's thinking about it.
Okay.
I think that's the reason why he's thinking about it.
Do they have the line to protect him though?
Oh, they definitely got a better line than the New York Jets.
Fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
So yeah,
That's a fact.
yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's definitely a fact.
And
just
A-Rod got, and then A-Rod, I didn't mean to cut you off, Cole, but then A-Rod also got to understand, bro, you can't, if you ain't got that O-line, you can't be doing 5 to 7 steps. You got to do 3 to 5s and let you know.
Yeah.
Find a slot that, you know, or tight end, somebody that you can get that ball to quick. You know, so that's just my opinion.
Man, that them AFC North dogs gonna eat his ass up.
There's some dogs out there now.
Except, and I ain't taking no shot at your boys, but except for the Bengals, everybody else. No, I'm just saying that the defense is like their calling card. You know what I'm saying? So,
but they got Trey Henderson though, man. As long as they get him in the training camp, Henderson, I think he had like 20 sacks last year, right? He led the league in sacks.
Are they gonna keep him?
They better shit.
I ain't say what they better do. You know they known for.
I mean, it's either him or Shamar Stewart. They better. Shit.
Yeah.
Hey, what was that topic, Fredo? What was that thing that Fredo was saying, man? Fredo made a comment, man. What he was talking about?
Fredo said they renegotiated his contract and freed him up some salary cap space.
Who?
Watson.
He was talking about Watson.
So what they went from 240 guaranteed to 235. 220 guaranteed. All right. I give y'all a break.
Hey, look. Deshaun Watson ain't no fool, man. He got guaranteed bread, man. Fuck it. You want to cut me? You don't want to play me? So what, man? He should be set for the rest of his life.
He said the Steelers ain't going to do shit with Pittsburgh. Huh?
He must mean the Bengals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Y'all crazy.
Yeah,
Y'all wow.
OG Fredo off of that, what he be drinking, that Boom Farms.
That nigga Kenny Gallup. What's up, KG?
KG.
Go work on some starts. Go do some starts. Bounce.
To answer the original question, because you know everybody went around the horn about the starter for the Browns. I agree with all of you. I think Flacco starts, but I think he'll start maybe the first 6 weeks, and then I think they are transitioning to Shedeur Sanders for the rest of the season. In my opinion, I think O-Dog alluded to it, that Flacco and Shedeur kind of play similar games. So I think that Shedeur will just take all of that in like a sponge, you know what I'm saying? And just kind of follow his lead, watch him very closely, and then get out on the field and see if he can put it to work. But I'm interested to see the young man get out on the field because, you know, I think he's going to be a hell of a quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, 100% agree with that.
I can't wait to see it.
Yep.
We ain't, OG Fredo, we ain't never say he was going to go there and go crazy. We just said he was going to go there and be the quarterback. We ain't say nothing about him going crazy. You got to relax. Justin Daniels had a good year. Go Washington Redskins.
Relax, Fredo happy that they're bringing the stadium to DC. Fredo happy.
Yeah, they bringing the stadium back to DC. And look at this, who we got on the line. DC.
Big Boom.
Big Boom.
Hey, Poom, I just got off the phone with one of your professors at Howard. They said you was late to class like that every year too. They said,
what's class?
You just couldn't get right, man.
Where they had class at Howard?
Exactly.
Where was that at? Who go to Howard to go to class?
Hey, hey, speaking of that, I used to tell a story. I used to be like, man, you know, my freshman year, I was wilding, right? And I used to tell a story about them, you know, what my, you know, at the end of the semester, what my grades looked like. So I used to always say it in front of Coach Milton. And, you know, I know Coach Milton, you know, he believed me, but he might ain't believe me. So I just so happened I don't know what I was doing, but I said, man, let me see if they have my old transcripts, Money Mo. Man, I showed that shit to Coach Milton one morning. He laughed for 30 minutes. He said, Omar, are you serious? I'm talking about he couldn't believe my first semester. My first semester, I had an incomplete and a D. I had a 0.5 grade point out. And went from a 0.5 to a 3.5.
Hey,
look,
I was shocked that he still had it. That's what I was shocked at.
Hey, Money Mo, let me tell you how vicious it was, because this is when I transferred in. Coach Wilson had both of us. First of all, I transferred in without a transcript or nothing. This is what I said, man. It was like the Wild Wild West back then, man.
Hey, man, come on, man. You telling too many secrets, man. Go ahead, relax. That's why they was under investigation.
Hey, look, he pulled me in the office and said, hey, man, y'all gonna need some help. Hey, hey, Buddy Mo. O had 22 hours in the spring. He had 22 credit hours, and he had class 2 days a week. If you can explain that to me. I had class on Tuesday and Thursday and had 22 credit hours. I said, man, well, I couldn't be back because I had 21 and I had class 2 days a week.
Hey, I'm about to say, hey, look, we used to walk down the hill. They got us in the elementary school. That's why we got so tight with the youngins and the kids. They had a program, and we would go down there. They give us like it was like a 4 credit course or a 6 credit course.
Oh, that was a 6-hour blend, baby.
Yeah, 6 hour blend. Man, we go down there for 2 hours. We be down there hooping, messing with the youngest. You know what I'm saying? Man, hey, you gotta make a play, man. You had to make a play, Money Mo. I showed that transcript to Coach Milton. Coach Milton said, "Oh, you a wild boy."
They ain't just turning the bus around for anybody when they leave them. You know what I'm saying? When you're
come on, basketball, Cleveland. It is about the little things, though, for sure.
Yeah. One more football topic. I call it a shit show topic, but a lot of people talked about it this week. It's your boy Antonio Brown, man. He crashing out on social media and throwing a lot of slander towards the Sanders family. What y'all think about Antonio Brown? And you know, he throwing out little clips and stuff of him.
Can I go? Can I go first?
Please.
I think we shouldn't even waste any more time talking about him after everybody say their piece.
Yeah.
Or what?
Yep. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. All I was gonna say is I pray for the brother.
That's where I'm at with it, man. I mean, I know a lot of good veterans out there dealing with PTSD. This brother's suffering from something, and I hope he get the help that he need, because it's crazy, man. You don't turn on everybody that you meet and help you out without something going on in your head. So, you know, I just pray for him and his family, man, and take his damn social media account, please. Get him off of there.
Yeah, man. That's and prove me that's the man.
This one ain't funny.
No.
Huh?
That's your
I'm
man.
saying this one ain't funny. But
I remember. Huh?
Go ahead, what you say?
No, I said that's your man. I remember last year or the year before, you was riding for Antonio Brown. You know what I'm saying? No, you can't just disown him now.
Hey, listen, I like Antonio Brown. I think the brother is suffering with some mental health issues right now. You know, and it is it is what it is. But he is funny sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, I used to check his Twitter every day after I check OJ's. He had the best Twitter going when he was around, though. OJ used to wake up in the morning like, man, I'm gonna piss white people off today, and he would do that shit without fail, man. You know, shout out to OJ, man, rest in peace. But OJ and Antonio Brown, that was like, I would go to their Twitter early in the morning, man. What the fuck these crazy motherfuckers got to say? You know what I'm saying? But I don't like this shit. I don't like to see nobody bickering like that. Like, come on, we can have a conversation. But I was not here last week, and I got something to say to you, Money Mo. You know what I'm saying? Because you was getting a little bit too much consistency, a little bit too much. Because I was watching, I wasn't feeling well, man. You know what I'm saying? You was getting a little bit too much. Let me say this. Let me preface it with this. I believe after these last 2 weeks, actually after these last 2 years, Deion Sanders is one of the best as great of a cornerback and football player as he was, he has become a better brand builder. You know what I'm saying? Because he's built a brand that rivals. The only other brand builder I can think of is Donald Trump. Like, Donald Trump has built the MAGA brand, and Deion has built the prime Colorado, Shador, Travis Hunter brand. Like, and you motherfuckers acted like them January 6th motherfuckers talking about the election was stolen when when Wichita ain't get drafted, man. Y'all sounded just like them. The election was rigged. The election wasn't fucking rigged, man. Listen, white people ain't got no problem. If they want to teach you a lesson, they will teach your ass a lesson. Ask Colin Kaepernick. They taught his ass a lesson. They're not gonna kinda teach you a lesson. They ain't gonna teach you a lesson a little bit. They ain't gonna say, hey, we're gonna draft you in the 5th round. If they want to teach his ass a lesson, his ass will be playing for the Saskatchewan Roughriders next year. They wasn't trying to teach him no fucking lesson, man. You know, that shit wasn't about humbling nobody. I just think this shit it was just evaluation, and shit just happens. Every year somebody falls in the draft. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he should have been in the 5th round, but I understand how it happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying I think that's what he did, but I understand how it happened.
That's awful, Pooh. That's an awful take. Come on, look. Because you know that shit was.
Hey, Kobe said
talk to your brother, man.
Oh no, I can't. No.
This is all I'm saying, Pooh. This is all I'm saying, Pooh. We all know we're not stupid. We all know that he went that low because it was bigger than football. It wasn't about them evaluating his talent and his skill as a quarterback. That's not why he went 144th. Come on, you know that. And you started off saying, they want to, teach him a lesson. We agree with that. But it wasn't.
I didn't say he want to teach him a lesson. What I said was, when has the white man ever been nice about teaching a lesson? Any nigga that he want to teach a lesson to, he'll teach your ass a lesson. So we ain't gonna be kind of nice with teaching a lesson now. So my thing is, I think that Youngin is talented, but it's a whole lot of. What I'm saying is, I don't think he's a 5th round pick, but I understand how he gets there because every year somebody slides. Every year, first of all, you got to look with quarterback. How many people is looking for quarterbacks? You know what I'm saying? That's a small number. And if one of them teams, the Giants, don't like you, then that's one of the teams off the board that's not going to fuck with you. So, like I'm saying, was he more talented?
And then you also got to remember his dad said he ain't playing for certain teams.
And then his dad said he's not playing for certain teams. So my thing is, we can't sit up here and act like, well, and then y'all said, well, Eli Manning did this, Eli Manning did that. Well, Eli Manning also was the consensus #1 player in the draft. Period. End of story. It wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If Cam Newton would have done it, guess what? Cam Newton would have been able to do it because you know why? Cam Newton was the consensus #1 player in the draft. Shador Sanders was not the consensus nothing. He wasn't the consensus nothing. So you can't act like you can do what fucking I can't do what Chris Samuels do. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, cut it out. Like that shit is crazy that people like, well, Eli Manning did this. Well, guess what? Eli Manning was playing with a whole different set of cards. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't playing with Shador cards. Shador was playing with Shador cards. He just thought he was playing with Eli cards. And they buzzed him to the white meat and sent his ass to the 5th round because he thought he was playing with better cards.
Yeah, I get that, Poon, but he might not have been the consensus number one, but no reports have we heard in the last 2 years that said that he was going to be less than the second quarterback taken in the draft. Now, I see him not going
That's
top
not
5.
correct.
You talking about sliding in the draft. Sliding in the draft is not going from thinking you're going to be the number 1 and number 2 quarterback taken to going all the way down to the 144th pick.
Right. And then, too, on top of that, Poom, somebody going to get fired. And it'll probably be somebody in New Orleans. When you look back on it, 5 years from now, I might be wrong. But I don't think Tyler Shuck is better than damn Shador Sanders.
Hey, Mo Money, is Tyler Shuck the one they kept showing the clips? They ran the slant route and he threw that shit 10 yards in front of his receiver?
Yes, that's Tyler Shuck, man.
That's who they dropped it in front of him, Poomy. Make it make sense, bro.
Listen,
Hey,
I don't
Mo,
know everything.
because you weren't here last week. We need to hear what you gotta say about this topic.
I mean, of course, we know that they sent a message, and you right, he won't play with the Eli cards, and that's the white card. You know, that's the only card that he had. But you know, you can't. It doesn't make sense for Cleveland to. How many times they passed over the dude? 5 times, and then take him after they took a quarterback already. So to me, it just again, talent was no question. I didn't think that the Giants was going to take him because I think the coach really liked the kid that he drafted anyway because he reminded him of old boy Josh Allen. So that wasn't shocking. But for him to go 144th, come on, man. I mean, that's crazy. So no matter how you slice it and dice it, like I said, they put him in his place. But again, I think he holds all the cards. He comes back. He plays well. They gonna end up paying him anyway. I think what he missed out on $45 million, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Jersey sales, and then he gets to. I think with where he went in, and you guys can correct him if I'm wrong. Where he went in the draft really helps him with renegotiating his contract if he does anything close to what he did at Colorado. Because like I said, there was no. Then here's the funny thing that I found about it. Brady's supposed to be his mentor, his godfather, and all that other good shit, right? Excuse my language. So why did Brady? And I know that I think I understand why, but we ain't heard Brady's name at all when all this stuff was going on. Now,
they got an interview. They got an interview out about it, and all you got to do is look it up and say Tom Brady and Shador Sanders, and he talks about how he called him.
Yeah, I'm not talking about what Brady did. I'm talking about nobody mentioned him in the same. Usually, when you heard Shador's name, they always mention Tom Brady as being his mentor, telling them to get in and study. Stop hanging out, get in and study. They didn't mention Tom Brady not one time. I'm not saying what Brady did.
Yes, Louis Riddick did. Louis Riddick mentioned Tom. Yeah, Louis Riddick did. Louis Riddick keep it a buck.
Yeah. I may have missed it, and that was my
question.
No,
Louis Riddick. When he was arguing back and forth with Mel and stuff, they were talking about how he works with Tom Brady. That's it. Louis Riddick.
Okay. And
Louis Riddick mentioned, and then Tom went on there and said, "Hey, but Tom been telling him to chill out."
Yeah.
Tom been telling him.
What did Tom Brady say in the interview about?
Deion said that. Deion said he been telling him to chill out. Tom said, if I might be a little off, but he said, man, hey, look, I went whatever. I went the 6th round.
Mm-hmm.
So what?
Yeah.
He said, take advantage of the opportunity. You're going to get some opportunities. He said, take advantage of the opportunities that you get. You have no pressure. You are a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
Go out there and make plays.
I just saw that. My question was, why didn't? And you corrected me.
If you go to the What's and look at Louis Riddick was talking about it when him and Mel Kiper was going back and forth.
Gotcha. Okay, because I was just curious because they usually put them 2 names together.
No, he showed them. He showed them love. He showed them love.
Okay.
At the end of the day, Tom like shit. I went in the 6th. So what?
Yeah.
So what? Get it out. Get it now. That's
his motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah, use it as motivation. It's on the web. I know you can look it up. Money Mo probably looking it up now and watching the game at the same time.
Yeah,
I'm telling
yeah.
you.
Yeah, that
He
was
gave big love.
only
Yeah.
that was my only question about it. And then as far as the Antonio Brown thing, man, I liken Antonio Brown to the NFL's version of Kanye. Because if he ain't like what Dion was doing, he ain't have to accept the opportunity to train to go out and do anything with the young fella. So
Facts.
at the end of the day, I just I wish him well. He's a hell of a talent, and I just hope he gets well and just. But I don't think they're gonna take the social media from him because he's entertaining as hell.
Man, this the No Cap Sports Show podcast. We don't waste time talking about clown. Next topic.
That's definitely. And before we move on to hoops,
We walk past
guys,
those guys. Come on, man. Next topic, man.
yeah. Before we move on to talk about some hoops, what you guys think about this theory? So I kind of think that going back to the Shador thing, I kind of think that it was collusion part two. All the owners discussed Shador and not drafting him, but I think Cleveland was going to draft him all the whole time, and everybody understood that. So all the other teams knew not to even touch him, not to draft him, and Cleveland like, well, we'll take him without.
Sort of like what LeBron did. Sort of like what LeBron did.
Hey, look.
Hey, what time LeBron come on tonight?
Hey, look, man, he got every week, man.
Hey, Cole, do you have a button with his name on it?
Yeah, it's called the O-Dog button. Soon as he get to tripping and being petty, man, I click that thing, he out of there.
Hey, he gets sent the timeout at least once a week.
Man,
Kobe.
O-Dog used to time. He been in timeout since he was little, man. He used to that shit.
That's where I find my peace.
That's the worst theory I ever heard in my life. That's the worst theory I've heard in my life.
Hey, just because you had old dumb bullshit ass thing, don't try to come bring it back on me.
For what reason would the NFL collude against Shador Sanders?
What?
For what reason?
He is waiting on his opportunity, more money.
For what reason are they gonna collude against Shador Sanders?
What you
Just
mean?
tell me, for what reason?
We've been discussing it for 2 weeks. I ain't got to.
For what reason? I'm just saying, give me a reason that they collude against Shador. For what?
Because you said it yourself. They wanted to make an example out of him. Even though Cleveland knew that they were going to eventually draft him, they wanted to make him sweat.
Again, when they make an example out you, they make an example out you.
And they did.
What? They made an example out of Colin Kaepernick. Where was his job? Where was his next job?
I mean, that's a whole.
I'm asking the question. That's what collusion is. That's collusion. They colluded against Colin Kaepernick. Ain't nobody collude against Shador, man. He just, young and Kim Bush.
What is collusion?
But he's not.
What is collusion?
What is collusion?
Yeah.
My thing is, tell me why. What is it? What is it? What is it about Shador that they would collude against him for? What is it?
It wasn't just Shador. It was the whole Sanders. It was the whole Sanders vibe, the whole Sanders energy. They wanted to not just him, but also his name.
Travis Hunter went number 2.
He ain't had nothing to do with that shit.
That ain't
Travis
his son.
He wanted the whole Sanders energy. Come on, cut it out. Cut it out. You can't say, oh, Shador, but not Travis Hunter.
Nah, you cut it out.
He put him in a penalty box.
Shit. All right, man. My bad.
Hey, he mad. He mad. He ain't feeling down, Money Mo, because he know his point's terrible. He didn't feel it.
Hey, look. Good point, Pooh. Let's talk about some hoops. Right here, that shit. Hey, fellas, we got NBA playoffs is in full effect. We in the second round. We already had some great games that they're going to be showing for years to come. because we had some buzzer beaters, wire games. We already talked about how we like the physicality of this year playoff games and stuff like that. Starting with you, Mo Money, what games have you been watching the most? Like keeping your eye on that you've been, you can't wait to see.
Right now it's the Knicks and the Celtics. Even though the Celtics is up big, they're not up as big as they were the other night. And then I'm keeping my eyes on the Indiana Pacers and the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm astounded like how Cleveland keep blowing these leads. And they're up 20 every game. They're killing the Pacers, but they're not keeping their foot on the gas. Also, I said it the other night, I think that Donovan Mitchell was taking too much shots, and towards the end of the game, nobody else in the rhythm. Like when the ball go to swing, everybody cold except for the guy with a lot of hair. I forgot his name. I can't remember his name. He played in Miami. But other than that, the rest of the Cavaliers is kind of cold. I'm not gonna lie to you. Outside of Golden State, I ain't stayed up to watch the Denver series. I'm not even just no cap. I ain't even finna cap with you. I'm on the East Coast. I gotta work the next day. I'm gonna catch them in the next round. So I ain't even watching none of the Denver series yet. But that's what I'm keeping my eyes on right now.
Yeah. But who you think gonna win that series though?
It's hard. OKC. Oh man, if you put me on the spot, I still arrive with OKC just based off the highlights that I seen the other night. I know Denver won, but the flow of the game, I looked at the box score. It looked like OKC had control of the game. They just gave it up in the final minutes. So I'm gonna still roll with OKC. Hopefully they'll rebound tonight.
And then who you got in the Knicks Celtics series?
The Celtics. It's entertaining, but the Celtics gonna win. They clearly the better team.
All right. Golden State, Minnesota.
If Minnesota don't win game 2 in all the games that Steph Curry is out, I gotta start questioning Ant-Man as the face of the league, me personally. If you can't take advantage of the other team's best player being out, and then as far as Cleveland, Indiana, until Cleveland can show me that they can close out a game, I'm gonna have to go with Indiana.
Yeah, and if Cleveland loses, they've had the best record in the East all season long. They've been dominating. What does that say about Donovan Mitchell, in your opinion?
It says what I've already been saying. I mean, he did the same thing in Utah. Did he not have top 5, top 3 records in Utah? And they choked every year, and then they blamed it on Rudy Gobert, and they blamed it on the coach, and they gave other people scapegoats. He had a very talented team in Utah and couldn't get it done. So I think the book is written already, in my opinion, that Donovan Mitchell is not an A option. He's a B. But maybe he can change my mind. Just because you can score the basketball at a high rate doesn't make you a leader of a team.
Great point.
Yeah. Milton, what you seeing in the playoffs, and what's your predictions moving forward?
I'm the Cleveland Indiana series does have me kind of scratching my head, but I don't agree with Mo on this. I understand what he's saying, but if you watch when Donovan Mitchell is sitting on the bench, ain't nobody else doing nothing. I mean, they damn near, they were up and he was sitting on the bench. They had to put him back in the game just to maintain the lead. And then him and damn Jared Allen so damn tired at the end of the game, they couldn't do nothing. Because you got Ty Jerome coming in. Now, did they already announce the 6th Man of the Year award?
Yeah, they just gave it to Holiday, right?
Did they?
I don't know. I just saw Holiday have a trophy in his hand right here before the game. They just showed it right now.
Oh wow!
Y'all not watching? Y'all not watching the Boston and the Knicks?
Nah, I watched it before I came in and put this on. But yeah,
Peyton
so
Pritchard.
I had Todd Jerome.
Who got
my
it?
favorite.
Peyton Pritchard.
So what did he get? Like something player of the award or something? He just had a award. They just gave it to him at like halftime or something like that.
He probably got that award. He always get, like, he do a lot for the community.
Yeah,
and all that.
Like the NFL do the Walter Payton Award or something.
Yeah, because I had Peyton Pritchard and Todd Jerome as the top 2, and my pick would have been Todd Jerome, but I feel like Todd Jerome pressing too much because he's supposed to be the stopgap, especially with Garland being out, to be able to just run the offense, and he out there taking crazy shots. I'm like, what is you doing? And then, oh boy, the cat with the hair, you know, the last 3 minutes, he went down and did some sort of underneath behind the back shot, didn't even hit the rim that caused a 6-point swing in the game. So I do agree that you don't have to be the top scorer to be a leader, but you got to have somebody that you can count on to be able to take the pressure off you, because you do, you know, you see that when you share the ball, you get everybody involved. But when he's sitting out, they don't do nothing. And I know you got Garland out, Mobley out, and Hunter. But even with Hunter and Mobley playing, I think he needs Garland back to help him kind of take some of that point guard responsibility, because now you take the ball out of his hand and he can play off the ball. I don't think if you put that ball in Ty Jerome's hand, they're gonna get the same outcome. And I think Ty Jerome has hurt them. But it'll be interesting to see how they go and respond to in Indiana. But hey, man, I heard you say it, Cole. I don't know why people. My youngest son is one of them cats that he cannot stand Halliburton. But that dude, man, hey, man, he is earning the respect, and the dude comes to play. And he was having an off game, and he still found a way to win that game for them cats yesterday. So my hat's off to him. And then, like I said, I love the Knicks Celtics series, and I think Celtics, man, they were being disrespectful. They don't give a damn. They like, man, we can beat y'all anytime we want to, and you know they gonna shoot them threes. And if you can come back and play yourself back in the game, I think, you know, hats off to you. But the one thing I don't think Celtics get credit for is they have a great defense. They have a deep bench. They got dudes that play both sides. I know hates it when we say play both ways, but you got some dudes that just don't play defense. And Celtics is not one of them teams, man. You got Derek White that don't mind playing D. He can put up 20 points on any given. Hell, he could score 30 if he wants to. Holiday coming back. And I think right now, Porzingis ain't even playing well. And he can give you 25 on a good night. So I just think right now they torn with the Knicks. But I like the series. Knicks are being physical. They really, you know, keeping the game interesting, at least what I saw before I came in here. You know, so hopefully that series continues to be, you know, entertaining. And then, like I said, I haven't watched any of the Denver game. I seen that they beat OKC, but I think, you know, Jokic gonna do what he want to do. I think he just gonna try to prove that, you know, y'all can give it to the young boy if you want to, but I'm running things. I'm still the best player out here, and I think, you know, OKC still has to figure out how to play together in the playoffs. And if Curry is out for more than 2 or 3 games, unless Jimmy Butler shows up, I think he's been being polite by just playing in the system. But I think if he takes over and these other guys come out and support and hold down the fort and let Stephen get himself back together, then, like you said, Money Mo, we got to be really questioning the Ant-Man. You know, but I do like. I just wish, man, that they played half as hard as they did during the season, man, because you know these guys clearly can play, and the NBA season is so boring during the regular season that you all you do is sit back and wait and pray that the playoffs are what we're getting right now. So hopefully, you know, they figure out the way to make it more entertaining. But right now, the playoffs are awesome, and you know, we'll see. But the games are definitely entertaining.
Absolutely. Dog, what you seeing in the playoffs so far?
I saw Halliburton. That one that used like light skin, yellow soul, hitting big buckets, playing D, going to the rack. Show love, Kobe, because you fried him just a couple weeks ago.
No, I didn't fry Halliburton.
Yeah, you did. Did. You was like, I don't know if he can get it done or something. One of y'all fried him. Somebody.
It wasn't me. I've always been a supporter.
All right, and then that's when we was talking about Money Mo. That's when we were talking about Eddie Jones being his uncle.
Yeah, we did talk about that. Yeah,
we got the footage.
Yeah, so
we got the footage.
It wasn't me, bro.
I want to talk about that. Young boy balling. I like Ant-Man gonna be all right. They used to say that about this dude right here, Mike. Sure. So don't worry about that. He gonna be all right. He had a bad game. He gonna be all right. He gonna bounce back. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's trying to show his team that when he is having a bad game offensively, he could try to do some other things as far as maybe trying to guard the best player, whoever's hot at the time, just trying to do that type of stuff. When his coach called him out, as he should, call him out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're not doing enough. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be. So that hopefully that light that fire on him so he can get, but them shooting, I think it was, what was it, 12 or 76? Worst ever in the 2 playoff history for 3-point shots.
Yeah, that was a lot of misses. A lot of misses.
12 or 76.
More than Boston did with 42 misses?
12 of 76 in the last 2 games.
Wow.
The worst ever for NBA ever. So the fact that they only lost they won the game, and then they only lost by 9-10. Trust me, they're gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right. I like that. I love the way the Knicks and Boston is going at it. Remind me of old school good basketball. Somebody eventually gonna stop Bronson from going to his left. I don't understand it, but that's, I guess, I'm old, man. I don't know, but I like that. Who else we got? And then as far as Denver and who they playing? Lakers.
OKC.
No, OKC.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought it was the Lakers. So as far as Denver,
they playing the Bulls.
And Denver and Magic Johnson and them. Yeah. I can't even concentrate when y'all. No, seriously. As far as Denver goes, man, they did what they were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And now they put the pressure on the young boys, but that's what it's about. You got to go through adversity as a young team. The Bulls lost to Detroit 3 straight years, whatever. Then they finally got over the hump. So it be like that sometimes. So I love that series. Is that it? That's it, right? Yeah, that's it. So yeah. That's my.
What you saying?
What up?
Yeah, man. He don't even. Your phone.
Watching the game, man.
You got that cricket phone over there. You on that cricket. Man, get rid of him, man. Hey, call back, man. Call back.
We'll put your time out for a minute.
Call back, man.
I know you
call back. Your phone
with Stringer Bell in there and that alley. You ain't got good reception.
Hey, Fat Man Joe. Hey, Fat Man Joe. Hey, that's Fat Man Joe. Hey, Money Mo. Hey,
Pop Joe.
That's Pop Joe right there. Hey, that's Pop Joe.
Hey, Cole. Hey, Cole, I'm down here running shoot, man. You know, these South Side, they ain't got but one tower down here in Southern PG County, man. You know what I'm saying? Tower's fucked up down here, man. I'm here waiting on your nephew, man, to get out basketball practice and shit. So this shit fucked up down on this thing, man.
Hey, Boom, you still riding around stealing Wi-Fi and shit?
Man, I wish I could. They ain't got no Wi-Fi in this motherfucker. I done turned the Wi-Fi on and everything. They say some shit.
Oh, Lord,
Stringer Bell got rid of that a long time ago.
But what's your thoughts about the
Marlo?
Huh?
What's your thoughts?
Man, I like the Knicks. I like Denver. I like Golden State. And if Garland and Mobley don't come back, Cleveland done. They done. They not winning without them.
Yeah. I agree. I think Cleveland already done. I really do. And we talked about it. I think we talked about it a little last week. I just think the Pacers is built for the playoffs. We forget about them, man. And when I did a little research on it, Cleveland always have a hard time against the Pacers. They have trouble against them. Boston is their number one Achilles heel, and then the Pacers has been their second Achilles heel that they've been having issues with since the Donovan Mitchell era. So, I just like the way the Pacers team is built, man. They got size, they got athleticism, they got high IQ players. They got shooters. They got athletes.
Dogs.
You know, they got everything that you need. And we got to remember they was in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. So
Yeah.
you know, so they trying to get back because I think the Pacers really believe that they can come out the East because just looking at them, just watching their body language, just looking at their confidence, they really think they the best team in the East. And playing a team like that is that's dangerous.
And Halliburton a dog. He show y'all I'm a dog. I
That
got
ain't
this
what
shit.
Kobe said. I mean, that's not what Kobe said. Kobe's like, oh, he's soft.
Hey, look, you
Nah,
spread
that's not what he said. That's
you
not what he
spreading
said.
lies. You spreading lies because
So who said it?
Man, you
So
gonna
Coach
lie
Miller,
your cousin,
so
man.
Coach Miller, you watched the show. Who said it?
Yeah, Kobe been the one. Kobe was saying that he didn't understand why people was hating on Halliburton. So
Somebody said it.
yeah, that didn't come out of that show.
But
I don't think
you
nobody on
gonna
that
get
show
it on
said.
your cuz. See, that's how you do, man. He's a petty dude, man.
All day.
That's why
I'm
I got
still-
the old dog button, man. He petty, bro.
Hey, I know Mama watching right now. Mom, I'm
Hey,
still
he's
mad.
still mad about the pillows, Auntie. He's
Yeah.
still mad.
I said, what is going on here, Money Mo? I get one pillow, she get this nigga two, 3 pillows, extra blankets. I said, wait a minute. hey, Money Mo. And Kobe talking about, oh, this was soft pillow, nice food.
Hey, who got breakfast? Who got served breakfast first?
Oh no, we went out. We went. I had to take Mom to her favorite breakfast spot. Shout out to my boy George and the whole Nick's Diners crew. Best breakfast in I promise you in the DMV. Nick's Diner, trust me. Veers Mill Road, right there off of University and Veers Mill, right by Wheaton Plaza. Trust me, vicious, vicious, old school family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
And then let me see that Knicks Boston series. I think Boston is going to win the series, but I hope the Knicks win it. I don't like Boston, man. I don't like their style, man. I don't like the way they look. I don't like nothing about Boston, man. They just shoot all these threes, man. And
I like New York because they right now is 81-86 with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Dog.
I like the way New York play. They dogs, all of them wear a hard hat. You know what I'm saying? Mikal Bridges is showing why they got him so far in these playoffs. He can have a bad shooting game and still impact the game like he the star of the team. That's what I saw in game 1. Like Mikal Bridges was the hero of that game.
Hey, Kobe, I got to give you your flowers, big dog. You said Boston shoot too many damn threes. They do. They shoot way too many damn threes.
Well, he would know that because he would know. But Money Mo, he would know. That's all he shot was 3.
Nah, that's but I'm a bucket getter. I'm a scorer. But in
that I'm not disrespecting. What I'm saying is in that system that y'all ran.
Okay, yeah, let's clarify
My bad.
But isn't that Missoula style? Missoula's like, hey man, I don't give a damn what y'all say. This is how we play. If we live by, we die by. And
he been standing 10 toes on that Milton since last season.
That's crazy. And that's the reason why I can't, I don't believe in Tatum sometimes, man. He's a hell of a talent, but I think they get so caught up in it that they go against their own intuition. They're like, they can take anybody off the dribble anytime they want to, and they'd rather shoot the threes.
I said that last year, but he taught me a lesson. Tatum had a great series last year, so I'm not going
doubt about it. No doubt. Him, but that's what I'm saying. It's not his talent. I think it's the mentality that they say, you know what, we can shoot ourselves back in it, and they go away from the common sense to look, man, I'm just better than you. I'm gonna get to the basket because you clearly can't nobody stop him one-on-one, man. The dude is dynamic, and I'm just like, why would you keep selling and shooting these threes? Go 1 for 14.
Yeah,
when you can
Hey, bro, this is the second game in a row.
Yeah.
It's the second game in a row that they shot the Knicks back into the game.
Yeah.
Yep. And Milton, you 100% right. I hate to see a player 6'9", 6'10", athletic, strong, can post, got the mid range, can get to the rack and play above the rim, but you wanna shoot step back threes the whole game. Like you don't supposed to play like Steph Curry. Steph Curry play like that because he have to.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you supposed to be dominating the game from off of physicality. You can
Yeah,
play.
but Kobe, if that's not his game, you can't.
But
He might.
But he showed He showed that he can do that. He just won't. He prefers to play to shoot the step back three.
Well,
Hey,
Kobe,
Cole,
just like in
Cole,
football, some people
even
deserve.
Steph,
In football, some people deserve to just run go routes and post and be the deep threat. Then that's just what he like to do, Cole. That's what, and obviously it works, Cole.
yeah. But even when you mention Steph, man, Steph even understands. Like, look, man, I can take you off the dribble. I'm just gonna get to the rack. The hell with all this shooting. I can shoot anytime, but I gotta see the ball go in the basket. Steph at least goes downhill sometimes. Like you said, Tatum just stand out there and shoot when he don't have to. Him and Brown.
Right.
Like they just shoot 13, 14 threes a game. And next thing you know, like you said, now they got to grind it out with the Knicks, and you're going to have, Mr. Clutch send him 0-2 and go back to New York.
Yeah. I just
I ain't gonna lie. If I played against Brunson, I'll foul the shit out of him. I get him. No question. He going over the score. Boom. Boom, he going over the scoreboard. Boom, look, he froze. Get him out of there. Get Pumi out of here, man. Pumi on the wiretap, man. Shout out to Marlo Stanfield.
Why you said the man had a cricket and he came back and we could hear nothing he was saying? That's why.
That cricket. Shout out to the cricket.
But yeah, man. But yeah, I like that. I still like the Celtics to win this series, but I hope the Knicks win it. But I think we talked about it before, Mo Money. I said the Celtics, even when they have a big lead, they always going to give you a chance to come back because they're going to keep raining those threes. You know what I mean? And once they get a cold streak, that's going to allow the other team to make a run and close that lead. And if you close the lead against the Knicks, if you make it a 2-3 possession game, now you playing in dangerous waters because, man, Brunson going to hurt you at that point.
You know, they can't if they get past if Indiana gets past Cleveland and Boston get past New York, they cannot play their way against Indiana. They will run. Indiana will run them out the gym.
They cannot
shoot them threes if you want to. Long rebound and they race car down the court. 94 feet is over.
Yep, I agree.
I agree.
And then I still like Minnesota against Golden State. I just think that was a bad game for Minnesota game one. I think that Minnesota, I think they have a deeper team. You know what I mean? They got players that could step up and take on scoring roles, defensive roles at any point in time. And then you got Ant-Man that can always close the game and come up, in moments where they need him the most. Game one, that was, that it happens, but I still think Minnesota, I say 4-2. I think they win this series in 6. And then
it's definitely going 7, Cole.
You think it's going 7?
Yeah, you tripping.
I just don't see it, but it might though because you got
shout out to Cobra. Shout out to Cobra Snake Pit.
Yeah,
I know, right?
That joint tough. City to city, man.
I like that. I like that. That joint tough.
Yeah, they gifted me that after my last game at Dayton. The Snake Pit, they gave it to me my last game.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
Hey, Cole, you talk about Brunson go left. Why ain't nobody figured that out about Julius Randle? He just a bigger.
Hey, we said it last week. We said it last week.
What is we doing?
Like, look, hey, Milton, I said this. The man been going left since Kentucky. He ain't been right yet. The man, anytime he go right, he gonna turn the ball over or he gonna pass it.
Fact.
You let him go left.
Hey, Brunson just went right. Put Drew Holiday on some skates. Knicks on one.
That was a good knock it off, Money Mo. That was a good shot. But that was a good.
Hey, you was waiting on him to go left though.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. He crossed over from left to right in game one and shot that 3 on the right wing.
Yeah, he's shifty now. He's
Hey,
shifty.
Brunson the dog, man. He's
shifty.
Hey, Boston ain't scored in 7 minutes. No cap.
How many
Instead
2-pointers
of shooting
have they
threes.
shot in the last 7 minutes? That's what I want to know.
It had to be at least 5, and that's just me counting like on the cuff. Here goes Jason Tatum coming down. I bet he gonna pull a 3. No, he ain't pull it this time.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna stick with my pick from last time. Oh, let's get Pumi back in. Look like that cricket is like in action.
Hey, look, I moved to the other side of the parking lot. You know, some Southeast shit, man. Move to the other side of the parking lot.
You had to move the whole car.
I had to move to the other side of the parking lot.
It's crazy.
Hey, look, hey, Money Mo, on the other side of the parking lot, man, it sounded like you know, if you little kids, you play a little xylophone, that's what that shit sounded like. It was like, ding, ding, ding. I'm like, what the fuck y'all saying, huh?
Hey, Poom.
Now I can hear you.
Hey, Poom, you are a podcast host. You got to do better, brother.
Hey, listen, man, I'm a podcast host, but I'm a dad first, man. You see this little big head joker back here? I gotta carry my ass around and fucking get this nigga from everywhere, man.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Deuce, that's the only way you gonna get in the show is in the back seat of the in the back seat.
Yeah, you ain't getting in the show, so don't even peek your head up there. Get your big head ass.
I told him he got to score 30 first. I need a 30 and 20 game from you first.
I don't even need 30 and 20. I don't need 30 and 20. If he give me 2 monster dunks, then he on the show.
Hey.
I need 2 monster. I'm talking about 2-hand. Yeah.
And like we gonna play the clip. And we gonna play the
clip. Until then, stay your ass in the back seat. Eat that 5-piece mumbo sauce and wings.
Oh, we're gonna have to put him in the gym by himself to get 2 monster dunks.
Damn.
Hey, he be all right.
Whole gym.
He be all right.
He gonna get there. I know he is.
We're gonna put him in the gym by himself.
He be all right.
And then I guess my last basketball take. I didn't talk about the Denver OKC series yet. I'm gonna stick with my original prediction. I said whoever comes out of that Denver Clippers series is going to upset OKC in that next round. So I'm gonna go ahead.
Is that because the Lakers was in that series? I mean, because the Lakers was supposed to be in that side of the bracket.
No. Lakers on the other side of the bracket.
Oh, okay. I was just checking.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of the Clippers, man, is Harden ever gonna recover from this, man? Like
he ain't recovered from the last time, and the last time before that.
It was great. It was great seeing Kawhi play, but I can't understand. Like, and Harden was having a great season and was doing okay, but this dude shot 8 shots for 7 points in a must-win game.
Are you surprised?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. No. Like, how he keep doing this to himself, man?
I don't know, bro. But
that's crazy. I think that expectation there is wild.
And listen, man,
at this point, you just gotta hunch your shoulder.
A long time ago, somebody said,
"Huh?"
They say it's some people that play basketball because they good, and some people that play because they love it. James Harden play because he good. You know what I'm saying? And when it really gets down to it, you can tell, like, when he having a bad game, I don't give a shit. Like, that's just how his whole aura is. Like, I don't really give a fuck about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing about James Harden that looks like he invested in winning. You know what I'm saying?
You can't play that way and say you are the system.
Man,
didn't he call himself the system?
He doing enough to keep getting them contracts, keep getting them checks, so he can keep buying that bid oil.
James Harden plays basketball because he's good. And that's why I don't think he'll ever, like, I don't think that shit really mean nothing to him. So at the end of that game 7, he probably like, man, about to catch this plane, His
Jason Tatum just went to the rack right there, and went straight down. Went straight down the floor and dunked.
Hey, but
That's what he gotta do.
Basketball IQ is low. It's 24.2. There's 24 seconds in a shot clock. You run that thing down about 21 seconds and then you go. Because he can get that shot at any time.
Nah, he can't get it when open court like that.
Hey,
nah, money.
He can get it against Karl Anthony Towns anytime, as long as they don't switch.
Yeah, he can get his shot. He can get his shot anytime. You're right, but not what he just did. He literally took 6 dribbles and dunked.
Against Karl Anthony, he can get that anytime against Karl Anthony Towns. 6 dribbles because Karl Anthony Towns is not coordinated. But you can't give Jalen Brunson a chance to win the game now. I don't say.
I get what you're saying, but he literally they gave it to him inbounds, and he took the inbounds all the way 94 feet. It wasn't like
is the game really that close still?
Yes,
it's a 1-point game. He just took. That's what I'm saying. He took the ball 94 feet, took 6 dribbles, went up and dunked, and now they up 1.
Boston got to stop messing around. I want to see the Knicks win, but they way more talented than the Knicks are, man. That's crazy. That's because
they are way more talented.
I don't think the Knicks won a game.
Besides Jaylen Brown, you put their top 2 versus what you call them top 2? Are they that much talented?
Say that again.
Talented? I said you said they're way more talented.
I don't think they way more. Well, you talking about overall
as a team.
Yeah,
as a team.
Yeah.
They got way too deep of a bench to be messing around with. Because again, you let the Knicks mess around and be close, they got a shooter's chance, man. I mean, Brunson know how to win these games, man. And you can't. I don't get it.
Brunson just got fouled.
Yeah. Boston definitely overall more talented as a team, but I think New York overall is tougher.
You know, and that series that they went through. That series they went through with Denver just made them even more tougher because that Denver Simba was. I mean, that Detroit series was crazy.
It was.
I just watched that Tony Allen documentary, and it fits the New York Knicks perfectly. Grit and grind. Yeah. You remember that was his word. That's the Knicks to a T. Grit and grind.
Yeah, they definitely
grit and grind with a little bit more talent, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Tony Allen was a bad dude, man. He was.
Hey, that was a hell of a documentary. Did y'all see it?
Nah, I'm gonna check it out.
I have to look it up.
Check it out, though.
People forget he was a bucket at Oklahoma State. Yeah, he led the Big 8 or Big 12 back then in scoring. You know, like 2 years in a row, he was a bucket at Oklahoma State.
Hey, bro, his journey just to get to Oklahoma State was amazing.
Yeah, check that out.
Crazy. Y'all definitely got to see it. Once everybody see it, we're gonna definitely chop it up about that documentary on the show.
Yeah.
Hey, Poon, OG Fredo Proposition Joe to upgrade his plan.
I know the Knicks ain't up no damn 2-0 on the stuff.
Hey, listen. Hey, man. Tell Bobblehead Wilbon to send me a bobblehead I can put on top of the with an antenna. I can stick it on top of the car. You know what I'm saying? With his old bobblehead ass, I get reception at the South Pole. Old bobblehead
ass. So,
bro, Jason Tatum just like
I feel like they can go and take it in New York, man. That's crazy.
Hey,
fellas, I gotta get out.
I said, it's tough to get a shot off,
South Beach down all the way back up Wisconsin Avenue, man.
But look, before we get out of here, fellas,
man, tell him he need to go practice at the school. Ain't no need to go keep going and get him all the way over there, and he can't even dunk. If he can't do two-hand dunk,
get out the car and start dribbling and something. Work on that left hand.
Tell him work on that.
Hey, he can dunk. We just gotta get him to dunk in the game. You know what I'm saying? In the game. He can two-hand on that. We just gotta get him in the game.
If he don't do
it, hey, have a good evening, fellas.
What? He can dunk. We gotta get him to dunk in the game. Man.
Hey, dude's like 7 feet. Dude's down there 7 feet.
Yeah. To all our listeners and viewers, my nephew is about 7 feet tall. So that's the reason why we getting on him. Yeah, we know he can dunk. He's dunked before, but we want him to be more aggressive. So that's the way we mess with him or whatever the case may be. So that's the way his uncle, we chop it up with him, try to get him to push him a little bit, give him incentive and stuff like that. But with that being said, we ain't coming to see you play. I don't care if you my brother, cousin, whoever. If you some trash, it's cool. I support you, but don't sit up here, man. You got to get some buckets. You got to do something. And what I'm saying is, there's no way possible. I'm going to a basketball game, and my nephew's 7 feet, and he ain't doing no dunk. No way. I'll meet you after at the ball. Period.
Hey, look, before we get out of here, Phil, we got the question of the day. So this is something we posted, and a lot of other podcasts been talking about it too. Just a little fun story or fun question is the topic of who you taking, 100 men or one gorilla? So Mo Money, I'm gonna start with you.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the men. Shit, I mean, we talking about some James Harrison type of dudes. You know what I'm saying? A few mini gorillas. Or we talking about some dudes that work at Staples? No shout out to them, but you know, maybe they ain't lit. They ain't hitting the weights. We talking about the no cap fam. I take y'all with me. I take 100 men. It just I gotta pick the men. You know what I mean? If I think 100 men can take it. I think so. But the first 20, collateral damage. The gorilla go like that. So.
But so, I mean, I don't understand how they're gonna take down the gorilla if all they got to use is their bare hands.
So this is the anatomy of a gorilla, right?
Okay.
He don't have lion type of fur and skin and claws. You just gotta keep tire. You gotta tire him out. So
that shit in front, that shit on his chest and shit, that's a bulletproof vest.
Nah, bro, that's skin. That's regular ass skin. Like it's a little.
Bro, they hit that chest, man. That shit sound like backyard band. That shit sound like Congos.
Man, I know crackheads hit their chest harder than that. I'm saying, I think we can.
They different in Carolina.
But I'm serious. Hey, real talk though, 100 men, like you know what I'm saying. This ain't no lion that got claws and shit. Like you can get them. You just got to tire them out. 20 men we sending in there just to tire them out at first. I'm saving the hitters for the end. I think we can get this gorilla. That's just me.
All right, Mil, what you think?
See, that's the problem, man. See, I ain't trying to be funny to the no cap listeners, but this some white people talk, man. So listen to me. Listen, man. Listen. The gorilla can lift 10 times his body weight. The average gorilla is 400 pounds. And then they said the gorilla punch is like a small car hitting you in your face. The smallest car I know is a smart car. So we done all seen fights, right? And we done been around some of the top athletes in the world, brother. But I done seen men leave out the room over some one-hitter quitters. You watch a gorilla put his hand completely through a man's face. Who's staying for that? Who's staying?
Yeah. Somebody on fentanyl. Shit, we good.
Hey, bro, y'all. Hey, I'm with you, Mo. Let me see the first 20. I'm not. Hey, I'm gonna be on top of the hill saying, hey, I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna have me a cigar and some bourbon. I don't even drink bourbon. I drink tequila, but I'm gonna do cigar and bourbon and say, hey, everybody else need to go jump in the lake because y'all out y'all rabbit ass mind. That's crazy. That's even why are we even talking about this? Who started this conversation? To be honest, why they didn't start with an orangutan?
That's it.
Because orangutan is 200 pounds and they can damn near lift 200, like 2 times their body weight. Let's start there first. Why you go straight to the gorilla?
I saw Planet of the Apes, and I saw what they did to a whole city.
Hey, listen, Mo said when they get tired, that's against another gorilla, not against a human being. Good luck. That's what I'm gonna say. Good luck.
Hey, old dog, man. What about you and 99 other Spartans, man?
Hey man, you finna get punked out by Caesar, man. You know that Caesar. I thought we were sponsored.
Hey, E2 Brute. Yeah, if anybody, if our listeners and viewers know anything about Greek mythology, listen to that. E2 Brute. In other words, you trying to set me up, Money Mo, too, my good friend, you gonna set me up. So you too, huh? Money Mo talking about everybody on the podcast. Shit. You be by yourself. I'm letting you know ahead of time. Listen, I don't do animals, Slim. The only thing I ever wanted was some little fish in a little tank or something. Cool. I don't get in their way, they don't get in my way. I don't have no problem against the animals. Love, cool little dog or whatever. Shit, I almost brought a dog a couple months ago. Tried to surprise the wife. But didn't realize I gotta go get dog food, a place for it to sleep.
Man, dogs like having a kid,
Hey,
man.
Mo.
That'll be your
Hey,
introduction to being a
Money
parent.
Mo, I brought the dog at the barbershop, man. I'm telling you, I brought the dog. They said, "Oh, wifey out of town." I'm like, "Babe, I'm about to go pick us up a dog. I got a dog."
Right.
She said, "Wait a minute, hold on. What kind of dog do you got?" Come to find out, it was one of them vicious joints. I didn't know it was a little puppy at the time. She was like, "Oh my, we don't have no dog food. We don't have a place for to sleep."
You got to get shot.
Hey,
Man, I had to call. No, I had all the shots. I had all the shots. It was from a person that he was a breeder, so he had all the shots.
Okay.
all right.
Yeah,
I was
I ain't that
you
wild.
can't be buying just anything from the barbershop.
No, I love the barbershop. Shout out to my boys, over there in Reston, Virginia.
Yeah,
They my boys.
Kev did say what's
Shout
up
out
to
to
you.
Kev, Sean, Dr. Rob. Shout out to the mob over there. What is unique reflection?
Unique reflections, 100%.
Unique reflection. Shout out, yeah. Nice, vicious, good people, good family. Do a lot for the community. So shout out to Kev and my man Sean and them and Dr. Rob, man. Good people. Love. With that being said, at the barbershop you can get anything.
100.
So he was a guy that was a breeder. He knew he was trying to get rid of some dogs. I called wife. I'm like, "Babe, man," I sent her a picture. She's like, "Oh, it's so beautiful." We sent it to our guy. He said, "Man, what kind of dog is that?" Man, next thing you know, he said, "Nah, bro, can't do that." So I had to let it go.
Yeah.
But yeah, Money Mo. With that being said, you be on your own, brother. I ain't fucking with no gorillas. Crazy.
Good luck. Good luck, bro. Wear your no cap shirt though. Represent.
Yeah.
Hey, they with
Yeah,
you in spirit,
why they rip you in half and throw your ass 30 yards away? Yeah. Good luck to them first 20. Like you said, good luck to them first 20.
Hell yeah.
Shit, good luck to them first 50.
Now them first 99, I'm going in last.
Shit, I'm gonna be like Samuel L. was in that last Tarzan movie, 50 yards away with that shotgun, busting.
I ain't gonna be nowhere. I'll be at the hangar waiting for y'all to get back.
Hey, you gonna be waiting for a long time.
I don't want to see nobody get mangled, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
All right,
Y'all
bro.
wow.
Man. Hey, look, man, let's get out of here, man. That was a great show, man. I had fun, man. Had fun chopping up with you. Hey, Milton, we appreciate you.
Shout out to Coach Milton. Shout out to Coach.
Appreciate you guys
Hey,
having
this
me
was a
on,
pleasant
man.
surprise. No wonder.
Oh, and before we roll, Milton, you got a superstar daughter playing point guard, looking to land a new school, man. Why don't you tell our viewers and listeners about your daughter and yeah, just go ahead, take the floor.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, Coach. Hey, she's a 5'7" utility guard. She's a defensive minded player, man. She's a 3-level scorer, and she just loves the ball, and she ain't even scratched the surface yet. So anybody looking for a player, she can play 1 through 3, and she hangs a hat on the defense, and she can flat out light it up. So anybody looking for a player that wants to get better, hey, Sergeant Thornhill, we looking for a new home.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And she not looking for a new home because she looking for an NIL deal or nothing crazy. She's truly looking for a new home because of the coaching staff, to the point where the coaching staff is under investigation.
Hey,
So
they fired her. Hey, they fired her. Oh,
they fired her. So it's a difference. It ain't no, she didn't go up there and she ain't like, no, she was starting, led the league in steals, doing her thing. It's bigger than basketball. It's a serious situation where her coach had some serious allegations. So I want to make sure that we talk about that, as well. And before we get out of here, man, I know we won't be on before Mother's Day, so I wanted to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, man. We love you. We appreciate you. For the ones that are no longer with us, my auntie, we love you. Kobe, she raised the king. She did her job. Understand that. Queens raise kings, brother. You hear me?
100%.
So you hold your head, tilt your hat, tilt that crown a little bit, how we was taught to rock our high hats and keep it moving. You already know. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the beautiful mothers out there. We love you. And with that being said, man, respect and honor. And as always, salute.
Salute.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yes, sir.
No Cap Sports Show, where sports and combos collide.